Yellowstone supervolcano is a massive volcanic caldera and supervolcano located in Yellowstone National Park in the western United States. A caldera is a large depression formed by the collapse of a volcano after a major eruption. A supervolcano is a volcano that can produce an eruption of more than 1,000 cubic kilometers, 240 cubic miles, of material, which is about 100 times larger than the 1991 eruption of Pinatubo in the Philippines, one of the most powerful eruptions in recent history. Yellowstone supervolcano has erupted 3 times in the past 2.1 million years, creating 3 different calderas that overlap each other. The last eruption occurred about 640,000 years ago and ejected about 1,000 cubic kilometers, 240 cubic miles, of material, forming the current Yellowstone caldera and the Lava Creek Tuff, a layer of volcanic ash that covers much of the western United States. Yellowstone supervolcano is still active today, as evidenced by the geothermal features in the park, such as geysers, hot springs, mud pots and fumaroles. These features are powered by a large reservoir of magma, molten rock, that lies beneath the surface, heated by a hotspot, a plume of hot material that rises from deep within the Earth's mantle. The hotspot is stationary, but the North American plate moves over it, creating a trail of volcanic activity across the Snake River Plain in Idaho and Wyoming. The consequences of a Yellowstone supervolcano eruption would depend on the size, duration, and location of the eruption, as well as the wind direction and season. However, some general effects can be predicted based on past eruptions and computer simulations. One of the most immediate impacts would be the ash fall, which would cover large areas of North America and possibly other continents. Ash fall can damage buildings, vehicles, power lines, and communication systems. It can also affect air quality, visibility, and health, especially for people with respiratory problems. Ashfall can also disrupt agriculture, livestock, and water supplies, leading to food shortages and contamination. Depending on the thickness and extent of the ash layer, it could take months or years to clean up and restore normal activities. Another impact would be the climate change caused by the injection of sulfur dioxide and other gases into the stratosphere, where they form aerosols that reflect sunlight and cool the Earth's surface. This could result in global cooling of several degrees Celsius for several years, affecting crop growth, weather patterns, and ecosystems. The cooling could also trigger volcanic winters, periods of reduced sunlight and lower temperatures that last for decades or centuries. Volcanic winters can cause famines, social unrest, and mass migrations of people and animals. A third impact would be the volcanic hazards associated with the eruption itself, such as pyroclastic flows, lava flows, landslides, and earthquakes. Pyroclastic flows are fast-moving clouds of hot gas and ash that can incinerate everything in their path. Lava flows are streams of molten rock that can bury or burn anything they encounter. Landslides are masses of rock and soil that slide down slopes due to gravity or seismic activity. Earthquakes are sudden movements of the Earth's crust that can cause damage or trigger tsunamis. These hazards can pose a direct threat to human life and property near the eruption site or along its path. Yellowstone supervolcano is a giant volcanic caldera and supervolcano that has erupted 3 times in the past 2.1 million years. The last eruption occurred about 640,000 years ago and was one of the largest eruptions in Earth's history. Yellowstone supervolcano is still active today and could erupt again in the future. An eruption of Yellowstone supervolcano would have devastating effects on humans and the environment, such as ash fall, climate change, and volcanic hazards. These effects would vary depending on the characteristics of the eruption and other factors, but they could potentially cause widespread damage, disruption, and death across North America and beyond. Therefore, it is important to monitor Yellowstone supervolcano and prepare for the possibility of an eruption, as well as to understand the natural processes that drive its activity and the history of its past eruptions. By doing so, we can better appreciate the beauty and wonder of Yellowstone National Park, as well as the risks and challenges of living on a dynamic planet. If you like this video, then click like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.